Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the BTS series, SEA Cup #1. We are closing in on the end here. Myself and Winter will be bringing you the action. The winner of this match will move into the final four. It will be SatuDuaTiga, or 1-2-3, taking on Space Creators. I'm LD, and I am joined here by Winter, I think. Have you abandoned me, Winter?
No, I just came back from dinner.
Oh, you actually got to go eat like a meal, you know, have some time with your
No,
friends?
I bought Subway when I was at gym before I went home. I bought a 12-inch Subway so I could actually have something for dinner because I knew I wouldn't be able to go for actual dinner thanks to
You
you.
sound so upset. Are you saying we're slave drivers here at BTS?
I'm saying that you are the preventers of me having a decent meal. And I knew it from experience when I was at a house. Every time we are working, we don't get a decent meal.
Yeah, but you're getting to cast like at normal people hours. When you're here, it's, you know, dude, it's 5 a.m. Like you at 8 p.m. You have all your food open.
Yeah, but I don't have time to go get the food. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's tough. You have a car there
Doesn't
though, right? Is that like a long drive to get food, or?
No, but it's a long drive to get the food I want.
Storm spirit.
Alright,
Radiant team pick.
no Lina pick. There's still a Lina pick so far
Uh-oh.
for
This could
one,
be the
two, three.
opening for SDT.
That is actually weird to actually say that. SDT. Seriously? Is that the best you got?
Why don't they just call themselves 1-2-3? They're too hipster. And yeah, Winter,
Radiant
it's your
team
bounty
back.
hunter Lena pick. Easy win here for 1-2-3. We're going to game 2. Will be a 1-0 advantage.
Even though we sound like we are actually joking, but that's actually one of the strongest opening combos you can have. Honestly.
I mean, what is even stronger than that? Unless I guess if you run techies and you're really good with techies.
Unless you get Lash and Bounty Hunter, that's probably stronger.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's true. Lesh was actually banned this time around, so there
I
something
actually
good is happening.
don't really like the Queen ban that early, but I know it might actually be because Space Creators, they like to run Queen. They play Queen or Storm on Musica. Musica likes to play these two heroes a lot, so it's sort of a comfort ban. You know, you ban one of their comfort heroes. But the Spirit Breaker ban, it's a little weird. I don't know if they actually like to play it a lot, but I know they pick it during the game. Maybe I was casting with Parker. I'm not sure if I was casting with Parker or you, where they pick Spirit Breaker plus Lina on off lane. But this game might also mean that the Spirit Breaker ban might also mean that they're actually setting up for a Bounty Hunter because they definitely first pick the Bounty Hunter. So they might also not want to face Spirit Breaker when they have Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, that's a good point. If they're worried about the I don't know if it's not really a counter, but it's like a good way to deal with it.
I mean, it's you know, technically someone that ruins the day for Bounty Hunter.
But even if he feeds, he still is tracked, right? So I don't know. I feel like Bounty Hunter, and he always gives you some value regardless.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a
5
a full
seconds
counter type of thing, but it's just
Yeah.
annoying. I mean, Bounty Hunter's annoying. It's your job is to annoy the opponent, right? So you don't want the opponent having something to annoy your Bounty Hunter.
Ooh, look at this. The counter to the saves, perhaps, coming here with the Silencer pick.
That's a very good pick versus Storm plus the Wyvern.
Very early pick as well. They're very confident in the Silencer, it feels like.
I think you can actually pick that this early when you know that actually maybe not, because they can still do task plus some sort of crazy lane, because Wyvern can be on the safe lane. So like I mentioned before, Silencer is very susceptible to, like, you know, those sort of lane kills. Like task plus one can actually kill you fairly easy, and he is a support that's greedy. You want to have
Reserve time.
uncontested pulling farm as a Silencer, so you can
Yeah, you just want the AFK until you get level 6.
yeah. So basically,
Let me ask you, Winter. What can you tell the viewers about 343? Is he a very strong captain? Does Yamate have a big voice on this team, or is he just a player? What's the team dynamic like?
Yamate is not a big voice like Bushi. Yamate is like, he has his
Radiant team
opinions, but he sort of like, he mix and matches things, and he, as of now, because I know that he doesn't like to be the captain of the team because he wants to just focus on his game. When he plays a captain role, his play deteriorates, so he always gets someone else to be the captain.
So
'Cause
you would say like 343 is like the true leader of the team, or
yeah, he's a player that plays with his brains more
okay?
than his keyboard.
I'm just curious because I've not really heard much about the team, so interesting. Well, we'll see the Phoenix getting banned out by space creators. Actually, that's a little unusual.
I mean, even though they can actually pick Phoenix, but I think, yeah, actually that's weird. They can actually pick Phoenix. They can do Phoenix plus Tusk off lane to pressure the silencer, which is decent, I would say. It's not as strong as a Tusk plus Undying or a Tusk plus Techies, but it's still acceptable. It's still strong. It can definitely punish the silencer. And one thing good about having a pressure lane against silencer bounty is what happens when the opponent picks bounties, he annoys the other lanes, right? But when you have a pressure lane, the bounty hunter is forced to help the safe lane, so then it relieves a lot of stress from the other lanes.
Wow.
But that is indeed a weird. Okay, it's actually not that weird. It might be just Tusk support, but then how are they gonna lane? Okay, aggro try, I guess.
Yeah, Gyro Tusk is really scary. If they snowball on you, you're pretty much dead.
So they are basically having the same idea, which I'm actually thinking, because when you see silencer, you don't want to let him free pull, uncontested pulling.
Yeah, you want to fight him. Smack Magneto up in the head.
Magneto. Man, from Lord of the Rings to X-Men, you have come a long way, my friend.
Chat is calling him the librarian with a helmet. I'm not sure if I like that as much as Magneto.
Librarian? Why?
I'm not sure.
Which part of him looks like a librarian?
None, but I guess they tell you to be quiet, because they're a librarian. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That actually makes sense. Dumb.
It was a little more clever than I gave him credit for, but I still like Magneto. Magneto's got a nice little to it. What do SDT want, Winter? You're on the clock. Call this last pick.
You want off lane. Oh, I hope they pick the. I hope they take more time so I can think of the pick.
There's a Clockwork available.
Okay, there's Clockwork. Clockwork's easy, but it's not a very good matchup against the opponent heroes, but it definitely synergizes well with their lineup. Let's see what else. They need a control that initiator, as long as it's initiator, Clockwork or
Earthshaker.
Earthshaker. I mean, Earthshaker is, don't feel it's possible, but Clockwork would be better. I mean, actually, Earthshaker would be better than Clockwork. It's just the laning phase, Clockwork has a better time. But in team fight, Earthshaker would do much better than Clockwork.
Anything else?
I don't know.
There's a Storm.
There's a lot of choice, You can go for Puck or you can go for...
Legion Commander?
Sand King. Sand King offlane is also quite good this game, because Sand King is good in the lane, Good in the lane and good in team fight. So Sand King might be...
Wow, the Winter
Magic!
Nice.
I actually didn't expect to get this because it's a tough one. I don't know what they want.
You always get it, buddy.
So they do off-lane Bounty Hunter and support Sand King. I actually didn't... Even though I get the hero, but I didn't get the lane, so I thought it was like a core Sand King.
Very impressive, Winter, I must say. Maybe we'll give you a food break next time.
Mercy Boku.
We'll give you
when I get food break, I will probably be able to guess 2 heroes.
I guess the whole draft. If we give you that much time. Jeez. All right, so the Sand King comes out here. It did feel like they were really missing that initiation, so very reliable pickup here.
Sand King plus... Because I feel like the picks that we were going through were Sand King, Clockwork, and Earthshaker, right? Earthshaker is good in team fight but weak in the lane. Clockwork is good in the lane but not good versus what space creators have. And Sand King is the in-between guy. That's why I felt Sand King was like the better pick here. Oh, they're swapping! Cheeky, so I actually got it right. They swap.
Nice.
So Adam or 343 is playing the Bounty Hunter. And Kang is the offlane. He's the Sand King.
All right, Winter. You called it. Let's introduce now. We've got SCT on the Dire side here. The Singaporean squad, a little Aussie influence, as you corrected me the other day. We've got Musica representing. He'll be on the Storm Spirit. Death, your Tusk. Tootie, the Gyrocopter. Velo on the Templar Assassin going mid. And N, double exclamation point on the Wyvern. For the Radiant side, 343, the Captain, the Drafter. He'll be the Bounty Hunter. It will be Kaid in the end on the offlane. Sand King. Minerva handling the Silencer. Yamate The original Y God on the Lina, and then Ben on the PL.
Okay, I actually forgot who's this guy. Then I remember I have to check his name. It's Nomod, the Wyvern. I kind of forgot, but he changed his name.
Oh man, look at this. The double sentry ward block. That's some hate.
So the reasoning behind this move is again because
30 seconds to
the
battle.
opponent is running a silencer. Like I mentioned, you don't want him to free farm pull, uncontested pull. So you don't want him to get his levels, and that sentries, those two sentries are actually going to hamper his growth as a hero.
Yeah, and I mean, to your point about the silencer, he's really not going to have an easy time getting his levels, it feels like. Where does he go?
I'm actually thinking maybe
The
he can
battle
go,
begins.
He does
Nah,
have
but-
one
but
sentry.
he can't really
Yes, he must
abandon.
burn.
He can't really abandon the PL also. I was thinking maybe he goes to offlane. Then again, oh okay, the PL is gonna get ditched because it's a bounty hunter. So that would probably not be a good idea. They would just play standard lanes and hope the silencer. Oh, he actually ditches the sentry to the bounty hunter. He dropped everything on the ground. So okay, bounty hunter is just waiting to get the career where players always get a salve at the start after you get the bounty room. But this game, Velo on the TA has chosen to go for a much more, like, he doesn't go for the salve, but he just wants a quick bottle. So they won't be delivering any quick salves here. He's just going to be wasting his time. And the Wyvern is always there to actually be the career for him.
Oh, they even ping. I
They saw
think
him?
they know. Oh, did he show himself around the tree line?
I'm not sure. I wasn't totally paying attention.
I think they're just calling it, like that he's probably coming. See, of course,
Yeah.
the Silent come out bottom lane. They do have a spear available too. And he's kind of low here already.
Oh, he's playing. I think I know what he might actually want to do. He's actually playing an offlane gyro. I know he likes 2D, this player. He likes to play offlane gyro with Rocket Barrage and homing missile, and he
So
gets
no
a
flak, no flak.
Yeah, he maybe he gets 1 point in flak, but he would actually. There's a chance he might actually max the homing missile plus Rocket Barrage, and he goes the Yule Scepter build on the gyro.
Oh, that would. I feel like they do need that kind of utility though, because they've already got the TA, the storm, pretty heavy hitters.
I know he likes to do that because he always does that in pubs when he plays offlane gyro.
Oh, no. Well, this time you can't always be the Oracle Winter. He does take a point in flag.
Yeah,
One point.
you will have 1 point in flag, but later it's difficult to say what he's gonna do.
Okay. Let's see. Maybe he will go back for it. He's got the option for now. Velo having a good time here mid, considering. The Bounty Hunter will rotate in, gets the ward off the bat now. Looking to move on in. 3-4-3. The stun will connect. Doesn't actually do damage, but they get the body block. Orb of Venom slow coming through, and Refraction on cooldown. Decent harass there for Yamate. And he is leading very slightly in the
Don't
CS
burn
here.
your fingers.
But the lane's push in, so he could get pretty far ahead.
I think this lane is actually better for Lina by actually quite a lot. I remember someone, I can't remember who said that. I think it was I can't remember who I was talking to, and he said that there's a mid player. He said that it's very difficult because Lina against Tia, right? You get what Yamate did was he let stun plus the Fury Soul level 1, level 2. So every time the TA goes up to take last hits, you can actually keep hitting him with the attack speed. And if you get the stun on him, you will get another 2 or 3 pot shots onto the TA. So the lane is extremely hard for the TA to get last hits at the first few levels.
Well, this TA is currently deprived of a sentry. You can see Velo has to sit a bit far back. If they can stun her before she pops Refraction,
Should be fine.
it'd really bring her low, but not enough for the kill at this point.
So here's a new sentry. Oh, he actually that was
Got
big.
it.
That was so big.
The quick tango.
Okay, he still has one more. Damn, I thought he had no more sentries, but
Still,
I
they've
thought-
spent 3
they have 2
sentries
sets.
mid.
They started with 2 sets of sentries
Yeah,
at the
they
beginning.
spent 3 mid. They got 1. I didn't
And
see where the
here
4th
comes-
was.
Here comes the bounty hunter with his next set of sentries.
Oh, they
my
still have 1 on
god,
death.
the sentry duels, man.
Yeah, that change with the tango eating wards is so big. Just in general.
Yeah, it changes a lot of. Actually, it changes the perspective of how the hero is played. You know, because you are able to do that. Because usually you can't actually kill the sentry ward when the enemy places them as a bounty hunter, but now you can. So it's a huge buff.
Yeah,
to the
because
hero.
your melee, you have to like run up. Normally, if you have boots, you're very squishy. If you get oof, then you're not that mobile. So yeah, it's definitely a big change that buffs these like weaker laning supports for the D-Ward wars in mid lane.
Okay, LD. Level 4. Let's see what the gyro goes for. But actually, level 4, even level 4 is not obvious, right? If he goes for... Yeah, it's not... You need to wait for like maybe level 7, level 8. Oh, he has 2 Black Cannon and 2 Rocket Barrage. I guess
Look
he's
at
not
this,
gonna
though. Winter... Oh, mid lane. Velo taking a lot of damage.
that's close.
Barely is surviving.
This is taking a book out of the net boarding.
And they are just going to steal the neutrals. They've got a level 3 Sandstorm. This is a free stack for the Sand King. Kine says, thank you very much. I'll take that.
And a good note to let you know. Net and 343 are friends, are good friends.
Uh-oh, Velo taking the stun here. Yamate lane into him, and the Slave gets the first blood. Fly got off to the races, and now Kang hunting, and he has a Burrow Strike available, as well as a fresh Sandstorm enabled. If he gets it with the Sandstorm, it's just going to go down. Kang finding to kill the enemy woods. A first blood, and, well, a neutral stack stolen, as well as the additional kill. Very good start here for 1, 2, 3.
That was so huge. And the Sand King is right now almost level 6. He's actually planning to just go for the dagger. He is actually just 600 off the dagger.
Do you like the naked dagger, or what do you think?
I like some other stuff naked, but naked dagger this game is... I don't know, if you get a good pick off, then it might be... You can make it worth it, but sometimes it actually might turn out to be not so efficient. Because you can't really... Like, sometimes it's all about blink stun, blink stun, blink stun instead of blink stun and epicenter, right? So if you get a naked blink, you can only stun twice, right? Compared to if you go for some normal build with arcane boots or some stat items, sometimes you get maybe a wand or like a small stat item or a bracer, then it allows you to stun one more time. Rather than just 2 stuns or 1 stun and 1 epicenter.
Yamate now looking for the 6-minute rune, but... Already Musica grabbing at top, bottom lane. Regen secured by the Tusk, and more importantly, perhaps denied to the Lina and the Storm.
He has his blink now, after this camp. Damn. Oh shit.
I guess if he wants to gank, he's going to have to go heal, for sure. Or Fairies and Clarities.
The other thing is, when you get this early blink, I think it's good because they have a Bounty Hunter which needs a lane, right? So when you get a blink, you can actually give
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah, you give the lane to the bounty, so if you go for some other more greedy build, then the bounty needs to wait a longer time before he gets a lane. So I guess in that sense, the naked blink is actually better for his team, you know. Maybe not for him, but for his team.
He's got it. 2340 gold at 7 minutes in the offlane, 39 CS.
That's 1 skill point save, so he's gonna save 1 skill point. Maybe get the smoke. Okay, his teammate actually bought the smoke for him. Huh, what a teammate.
Yeah, buys the blink, gonna walk home and heal up, get the mana.
Let's see if you are the Sand King, who is the highest priority kill? Yeah, who is the highest priority kill right now? T is not having a good time.
I think you either Storm, but then they need someone to come with them.
But they can't see the Storm.
Oh, they have the ward. They have the ward. They actually see Musica.
The Storm is the biggest kill. The Storm is the biggest kill for them now, if they can actually get that.
No global. They do have Laguna.
He needs to smoke the Lina. He needs to smoke the Lina if he wants to get the Storm kill. But he's going for the much easier kill, the Gyro or the TA. But he's going for the Gyro, obviously. He TP'd bottom. So this is the easy, like the confirm kill, you know. He doesn't even need the epi for this if they do their combo right.
TP is available on the Storm. He could rotate in here and look to turn this one around. He's about half HP off in the jungle, and now going with the epicenter, looking for the blink in, finds the initiation, burrows there. Kang, well, it's not really the first blood, but it's the first kill of the end of the laning stage. Now with the blink
just wanted to make sure they get the kill though. I think epicenter wasn't needed for the kill, but he just was worried, like you mentioned, and worried TPs might come and things might... Yeah, I think it was a good decision because they see the Storm, right? Storm walked out. They noticed the Storm walk out from the base, so they know the Storm didn't TP to a lane. So Storm has a teleport. It's actually a good decision to use the epi, the more I think about it. Even though they don't need it, because the Storm might TP in and turn the fight around.
Uh-oh. Velo. In a bit far here in the mid lane. TP was available still, but they've got the Laguna Blade at the ready. Oh,
it's the Storm TP.
Close. They forced the Storm and they just back right off. Kang back to the woods. Went for the magic stick, did not rush the arcane boots, but he's looking to go in here bottom lane. Blink, Burrow only connecting on 1-2. He does have the call down ready still. The Sandstorm doing a lot of damage here. He's got stick charges, not quite enough for the Blink Burrow. And 2D will just walk away.
Very close call. Doing a lot of work here. Now he is going to definitely build the arcane boots after this. I think arcane boot is the best follow-up for the dagger. So he's gonna stop to get a upgraded magic wand first, then arcane boots after, possibly.
Yeah,
so right now,
off on his ganking routine now. He's got the
Radiant's
dust picked
top
up, but
tower is under
he's
attack.
invis. Doesn't know where the bounty hunter really is right now. I think just saw mid, but so far, oh, he's spotted out Winter. Again, the rotation not really working out for SCT.
Radiant's
It's been
top
just
tower is
everything
under
going SatuDuaTiga's way so far.
yeah, the bounty with all the wards and the movement. He's scouted out a lot of the movement of the enemy.
Oh, he's in a really
him?
awkward position. There's actually a dire SatuDuaTiga. He's got a TP out. Does 343 see it coming in time? Yes, he does. There
He's
was a
fine.
single point and pull, but Storm didn't expect that TP.
Space created against team space created. Is that right?
I would agree. Yeah, he's creating a lot. And now the smoke does come bottom lane. Tootie, an easy takedown
Dire's
if he
middle
overextends
tower is
here.
under attack.
But he's not leaving the tower for now.
Oh, Yules is online 10 minutes in. That is a really, really good timing for the Lina. Let's see who is going to die soon. So he's going to maybe meet up with his teammate for a smoke very soon. They got a smoke. Oh no, that's actually space creator smoke. So they don't really have a smoke anymore. Sankin used the previous smoke. Bounty doesn't have a smoke, so maybe he's just going to be looking to be
Oh,
reaction.
they use the Yules now, setting up with the Lina stun. Refraction was popped here. Now the snowball comes rushing,
He's
dragging
so
them
fast.
really far beyond enemy lines. But the epicenter turnaround combo, he looks for it. No, he doesn't actually have to burrow. Now he casts it onto death, gets the kill. Well, Laguna to secure that one. A lot of commitment here from 1, 2, 3, and I wouldn't say it's easy, but they do get the kill. And now on the run, Curse gonna take him down. He will end up dying to Minerva. The trade is not there. No track
Radiant's
just
top
yet,
tower
though.
is
So
under attack.
That's intelligence for the silencer. He's going to be happy. But like you mentioned, the Sand King was like struggling to find. He didn't know who to stun, at the start when he blinked in.
I thought he
was,
didn't have
waiting.
mana, but he was just kind of
No,
confused.
he was just
like-
waiting. He was waiting for them to. Maybe not. Waiting is maybe not the more accurate word. The more accurate word is maybe
He was
identifying.
trying to find the opening for the
he was
double
identifying
burrow.
which one that. Double burrow is one thing, but he was identifying which one they can actually kill first, So because he doesn't know who the Lina wants to kill, because he needs to stun the target that the Lina wants to kill. You don't want to stun one target and the Lina goes Laguna another target. You
Look
want to
at
make
this.
sure everyone focuses the same guy.
He buys another Smoke Winter, and then they also get Boots of Travel on the PL. So very mobile style here from 1, 2, 3. He's focusing on these early rotations around these early rotations on the map, I should say.
Yeah, then now Bounty Hunter gets a lane finally to soak his level 6. It's actually quite a slow level 6 though, considering how the game started for them. Usually you see Bounty Hunters with, he has 2 assists, so usually you see the level 6 come earlier, but this game it's going to come a bit late, maybe 13 and a half or 30 minutes or so. It's not that early, but they're going to hope that Bounty is 6 actually with this smoke rotation, ideally, but it's not, so they're going to try to smoke before him reaching level 6 and hopefully find a kill to help him get level 6 maybe. Sand King can just go in with Global Silence.
Laguna is ready, but they've got to find the Yules opening. Yamate about to break his own smoke. He walks right into the Remnant. Oh, I think they saw him.
Yeah, they saw
They
him
should
for
know
sure.
now for sure that the Remnant's dead. And ends there just to confirm the information. They even wrap around on this. Kang's got to be careful
Silence,
not to
there's
get caught out here.
silence.
There's the global musica. He just jumped right into trouble. They even saw the Yamate rotation. That's about as easy as it gets. A little layup there for your Lina. Call down will turn it though. Never even got off the ultimate. And now the PL retreating out. Kang thinking about an epi blink. He's got to find the right opening. Goes for the blink burrow instead onto Tootie. There's the track. He just got to level 6. He mentioned Winter. Easy track hold for 3 heroes. And now they hunt for a bit more. Track on the death, throwing out the shards. It won't prevent the follow-up, though. Kang can go for this. Does he want to commit? It's in deep, and he will. A secondary track onto N. Even using the Sandstorm here. I don't know. They're out of mana, and this will
Yeah, they
be
can't.
over, but they will get the vision.
They can't go anymore because they don't have mana, like you mentioned. And Velo, on the other hand, is going to get a tier 1. He's going to get a free tier 1 top. So at least salvaging some goal for his team. This
Yeah.
Gyro is definitely not having a good time. Offlane Gyro is not doing so well right now for them. And even the TA in the lane got bullied a lot by the Lina, as expected, because we mentioned that TA against Lina is a matchup that is much better for the Lina.
Well, you really see the power of the silencer. Like you started the draft by bringing that up, that you don't want to give him the lane, but he really had an easy time bottom. Minerva, he's 1-0-3, hasn't died yet.
I think it's not even the fault of, I don't think the Gyro or the Tusk was doing badly. They were doing quite well. It was just the fact that Sand King got so much, He got the first bird. I think it was the first bird or something. He got the stack. He stole the stack. So his blink came too early, and the blink sort of helped the PL's lane and PL plus Silencer's lane do a lot better. Otherwise, if you go into a game which everything normal happens, nothing like this happens, I don't think the Silencer would have had such a smooth game, It's just one of those unfortunate things.
Musica wrapping around towards the bottom lane, a minefield of wards here, giving some Radiant Vision. We'll scout the Courier as well, some of the hero rotations, but nobody towards the bottom side of the map. Instead, they're busy prepping mid, where Velo is scouted out by a track. Looks like he may be rushing the Desolator, already picking up the Mithril Hammer. No blink early on. They're going to take the tower bottom for free. SCT. And some big objectives here. And well, Ben will try to split push top, but if they want to rotate on SCT, they could. Now it might be too late, though, as 5 heroes descend on this top lane. Looks like they should get the tier 1. So a tier 1 for a tier 1. SCT now smoking and wrapping on mid. Who's going to come to defend? The pings are there. Somebody's coming back, says SCT, and we'll be there to punish them.
They have a Desolator soon, so they can actually go rush.
They almost get eyes on Kayn, but he manages to squirm his way up to the high ground just before this.
To take a fight with Silencer Ultimate.
They have the Epi. They can get a track off here to start things off. Blinks in, Burrow to begin it. Now the Global coming out, Epicenter being channeled, and Kayn will follow Velo through, instantly gibbing him together with Yamate's AoE. 3 hero snowball. Now the Curse, beautiful by end. What a setup, cooldown to follow up as well. The Burrow comes through, somehow Kayn survives through it, but I'm not sure it's going to be enough. Winter, 3 down, might be 4. PL in a lot of danger. Also some low heroes on the side of SCT. Out goes the Lance. 343 can clean him up, but it looks like it may cost the PL his life as well. Scurrying away. It ends up a 3 for 3 in the end. I really thought SCT would take that more.
That was such a good fight. Even though they got 3 for... They were not supposed to get this 3 for 3 trade, and against the Silencer Sand King. He was supposed to going to lose the team fight straight on, but that curse set up everything for them. Oh my god, that curse was just on the money.
3 hero snowball curse combo. That was a thing to behold.
Yeah, that is one of your space creators BTS highlight moment.
Yuck. Musica busy farming heroes mid. He'll jump in on the bounty hunter, pop the dust. I like this pickup. And interestingly, we're going to see Ben go for the build that we saw from Black yesterday, which is the very early Mask of Madness on the PL.
I went to dinner with him the other day. He said this is the build when he feels that he can actually get away with it. He thinks this is the strongest build on a farming PL.
Do you agree with him, or what do you think?
Obviously, I didn't agree, but then again, the more thought I put
Obviously, I didn't agree.
Yeah, I mean, then I think about it, then I'm like, I'm not a carry player, so he's gonna know better than me. Then I'm like, okay, whatever, because I don't play PL. Because obviously my mindset is more of a team play mindset. If you want a life drain item, you go for Blats. But he told me that if you get Blats, right, you have the life drain, but it's both the similar cost, right? The Blats or the Mask of Madness. But if you think about the situation where you're trying to escape from an enemy, you have Mask of Madness on, you have bots, you have Boots of Travel, and you have Yasha, you are at max movement speed. That's what he told me. So you're always running 5-2-2. And he likes it.
Uh-oh. Musica, he's gone in here. He doesn't get a silence and does die off the bat, and the age is not on him. It was on Velo. Unfortunate, Winter. They're already down 1 man just to start the fight. Kayn still has the epicenter available. Yamate engaging with Laguna. Now the global comes out right as the snowball was being used here. It allows SCT to continue fighting. Barely retreating while tracked is end, but he gets clipped by a Curse of the Sun, or rather a last word, and will end up going down. 3 for 3 also running. A 2 for 1 exchange. They've gotten the track hold here. Now they just want to get out. Will be dusted. Has no easy way to remove this. Is going to try to TP out after popping their arcane boots. So they have the stun. Yes, sir, they do. SCT. Make it a 2 for 2. Didn't have the Aegis on the Storm there, though, and it ends up hurting them a bit.
If they had it on the Storm, I think it actually might be different, because you think about it, if they had the Aegis on the Storm, right, the Storm died there, 1, 2, 3 wouldn't have pursued the matter. if you think about it. They would have just gotten the Aegis and ran. So they wouldn't have gotten the kill.
Yeah, and I guess at the same time, this TA is very scary with a fast Deso.
Yeah,
so.
I think TA is so
Radiant's
strong.
middle
I mean,
tower has fallen.
in this context, this situation right now, TA is much stronger than the Storm. Of course, usually when you talk about giving Aegis, you always give it to a hero like Storm, right? But I think right now in this situation, the Storm is much weaker than the TA. TA is stronger. He's gonna be able to output more damage in fights.
Especially with this DD rune if they want to move around it. Let's
He's
do it with the
gonna-
smoke on N.
I think they want to fight as soon as he gets his blink though. They might actually want to wait for... I think if you have blink right on the TA in this game, you just blink behind. The primary target you want to kill is the silencer if he hasn't popped ulti. That's the first guy you want to kill. You want to eliminate so your team can actually do their job. So with the blink he can actually do that.
He is very close, like you said. Maybe something they wait for.
I'm not sure, like some players like to go Yasha, you know. Like it's either between Yasha or Dagger. I personally prefer the Dagger in this game.
Musica's very nervous right now. He does get the Bloodstone. Backs out. Oh my.
Yeah, honestly that's the most nervous moment, right? When you just purchase the Bloodstone and you're like, am I gonna die right now?
My charges, it's almost better to not deliver the Bloodstone.
I'm not going to suicide right now. I just got my Bloodstone.
If you think you're gonna die, you'd honestly rather die and not waste the Bloodstone charges, I think.
Yeah.
Even though you give them some gold.
Middle
Snowball
lane,
comes in mid lane. Nice Yule Scepter dodge by Yamate, baiting that. Now the global comes to turn this one around. They go in with the Shuriken and following up with the Slave. Will get the kill. 1, 2, 3. Using the global for a singleton there. And now Storm balls deep. Double twice. Doesn't find the opening. Epicenter trying to counterplay this, but Kang got baited. Musica ending up finding the opening still. Yamate with a very nice stun. Lockdown on Velo. Now the Lance. And then the Winter's Curse. They're not really getting much done here. They will end up losing him. Storm still committing for this. Yule's up in the air. Do they have a Lina stun? Oh, just a second short, but now out of mana. Storm may have to retreat. Track, Lance, everything on Musica. Purged as well. He's starting to run low on the mana. He may have to Bloodstone tonight, Winter. This could be the time for it. Lina stun again. Coming out. Velo losing Refraction almost instantly. And now 2D tracked up. Will end up falling Musica. He's going to be the 5th man down. It's a wipe. SCT. Space created. But it was for 1, 2, 3.
They just committed too hard because the moment it's like one of those moments, right, LD? When you go in a fight, Silencer pops ulti. Alright? If you lose one of your, they lost the task at the start of a fight. They keep pursuing because Silencer ultimate is down. Then Sanking whiffs his ultimate. You're like thinking, guys, they just blew both of their ultimates. It's time to go in. And they chase and they just got stunned. The Lina, because Lina spells are very short cooldown, right? So he got off like I think 3 or 4 combinations of spell. And not to mention, the Silencer had a level 4 curse. He got the curse on 4 heroes when they were chasing, so that was actually a lot of damage there.
How often do you say that at this stage of the game? Like, oh, that Curse of the Silent really made a difference, but
I mean,
it actually
it's not
did.
Like it's not like it killed them, but it dealt damage to them, and they were chasing on another target. So it was part of the whole team's, ultimately the whole total damage, and it was something significant because he got it on 4 heroes. And like you mentioned, you don't get to say that a lot, a curse on 4 heroes.
The constant scouting from 343 has really paid off.
Yeah, didn't I tell you the story just now? I told you that Adam is good friends with Ned.
Yeah, you did mention that briefly. And he's getting these weird wards down, like this one, out of the normal Sentry range.
Is this actually considered weird? Let me think.
I think it is, because it's out of the normal Sentry range.
I would actually place my Sentry here, so my Sentry would actually scout this, but not the Net's ward here. I wouldn't have scouted it. I would have scouted Adam's ward here, because this is my normal Sentry spot to either deward this one and this one.
Velo.
I don't know.
He's invis. He's hunting. Gets eyes on Minerva.
Oh, he has a dagger already. Didn't see that.
Does he really want to go here on the Silencer? Can almost insta-give him, but really got to worry about that quick global into a turn from Yamate.
Are you waiting for something? Like someone? The Storm? Well, the Storm is so far away. No, he's not going to risk it. I think if it was Kyo would have went in there.
Might not have worked out too well, considering the Lina was fairly close.
Probably. Did they actually see the Lina? Did he know the Lina was there?
Well, Lina was farming the lane, yeah, so he knew.
Oh, okay. So this gyro was actually played as a normal carry gyro to deal with the Phantom Lancer. It's not gonna be some wonky off-lane utility gyro.
Bounty closing in on his next big item. 1340 gold up for 343. Does drop a sentry to block off the Ancients. And when it comes to the net worth advantage, it's pretty substantial for 123, leading by about 7,500 gold
I think this
here.
game you definitely get a Guardian Greaves. It's very good against TA and Storm. All this, a lot of racks, even the gyro. You get a Greaves, then maybe you get a Blink later, or I think even you get a Greaves first, then you follow up with a Glimmer Cape. That wouldn't be too bad. I think those items are really good this game for SatuDuaTiga.
What a name. We're going to try to slow this push down. 2D dropping the ultimate. While 343 and Yamate rotate, getting towards the Dire mid lane. They will TP Death out.
You know what? We probably should just use 1, 2, 3. It's easier.
It's easier, but I feel compelled to say their name properly, so I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough call.
I commend you for trying.
Commended. It's easy to get your bonus points.
So the Storm is here camping the TA's lane, and they're gonna bring a lot of heroes down.
Blink Burrow was there. Now the global coming out, and Musica just watching from the tree line. They commit everything, but hey, why not?
Let's see. They committed. Okay, so right now you're space creators. You just saw the Sand King
Oh,
ulti.
Kane almost found him.
And you see the Sand King ulti and the Silencer ulti blew off. So I think the next plan will be to just you shove all your lanes out, then you smoke immediately after to try and get something done. Since the ultimates are down, you have to try and get something.
Musica is trying to rat a little bit more. Going for the split push. Has the haste rune bottled up. Working on his Orchid now, but being pursued. Blink Burrow's going to find him. Track is there. Has full mana. Very tough to bring down. And what do you know? Free regen rune.
Regeneration.
A free generation.
We talk about men's best friend being dogs, but a Storm's best friend is always a regen rune.
So you're saying Storm's not a man? Because his best friend's not a dog.
What? Okay, Storm is a entity.
He is a spirit, perhaps. You might even say.
So he's something that we cannot see, supposedly. 2734 global.
There you go. Lena's like, I'll just wait for my global. 45 seconds and counting. They may run into Musica mid lane, but no vision right now. They'll just waddle through. Still in striking distance here in Farm Winter, but you are seeing the Mask of Madness as well as the track hold really kicking in now. Ben about 4k up, and the Lena also there at 209 CS, just barely behind her PL. 1, 2, 3, really starting to pull ahead here in the net worth department. About a 12k gold lead, 6k experience.
Yeah,
pretty good map control as well with the wards.
One more thing I wanted to add about the Mask of Madness build. When Black plays this, when he built these items the other day, he didn't go for Phantom Rush because you're always max movement speed, right? So he didn't choose to scale Phantom Rush.
So just stats then, you're saying?
Yeah, I think he got just 1 point. He got 1 point very late into the game, like in that particular game against Mineski.
It's not going to stop Ben, who just starts doing laps around his own jungle. As quick as can be. They have a track on Velo, though. Phantom rushing forward. But already, he's blinking out.
He's going for the medallion, the Solar Crest on a Bounty Hunter, which could also be a good item against TA. It's also a good item. I talk about Glimmer, but this is also good.
He's getting quite close to it.
It's actually, who are they going to put it on? It's just mainly the Lina, right? You're not going to be putting it on the Phantom Lancer because it gives away the real Phantom Lancer. Unless he's being focused.
Oh, that track is still going on Velo, and they're going to blink Burrow, commit for this one. Now the Global coming out as well. They have the Laguna available. Velo basically deleted by that. Well played. Glimmering back and looking to retreat. Kang securing his own escape, but it may come at the cost of the Sand King here. Pulled back in by the Storm. The Yule Scepter of the Lina. Great teamwork coming out from the Lina and the Sand King duo, but Kang's in so far and will end up going down. Ben still looking to commit here. Is waiting for the next Lance, and with that, the Gyro BKB gets forced out basically for free.
Yeah, and TA ball out. They have to go Roshan right away. They have to go Roshan now.
They buy back on the TA.
They see the Rosh with the trap, so that is the only way they can salvage this situation.
But there's a track on Velo, so if they walk in,
I think he
this will
doesn't
be
care
scouted.
because I think he doesn't care because that's they can do it very quickly.
Yeah,
And
with the medallion
look-
there, it is a super fast rush.
Let's see their positioning.
Oh, sorry,
Dina
that's the
and-
Deso.
Dina and Silencer is nearby. They actually want to contest it. It's gonna be a 4v5 very soon because Wyvern is gonna respawn.
There's no global, so it's basically 3v5 if they go in here. No global. Sand King's still dead. Still 1, 2, 3 looking to walk in. I say that, but the Curse of the Silent could be the difference maker. Ro8 will fall. Snagged by Velo, but already nearly dead to start this thing off as the Storm will jump here and there. 3-4-3 dropping quickly to Tusk, the first man down though. A 1-for-1 exchange so far. Lance coming onto Velo, has the Aegis. And we'll be able to retreat out in the end. But, well, 1-for-1 and an Aegis. But it cost him a buyback earlier on the TA, so a pretty expensive Aegis at that.
He's going to go BKB on the TA this game against all the spell and the nuke damage they have. It's quite a necessity for the TA this game. And Storm has, what is he building next? I think he might actually need to build BKB next as well on the Storm. And this is the type of game where the supports would look to get a Lotus off.
DA getting aggro here in the bottom lane, engaging onto Velo. Does have the Aegis still available, but Ben also hunting towards N, who flaps himself away with the Arctic Burn. Will make his way out. Still, even with the Aegis Winter, they are playing very reactively. It feels like SCT are still on defense, even though they've got that extra life.
They know they're behind by a huge margin because they lost so many fights in a row. Even if they get the Aegis, it doesn't mean that they can play like too far ahead of themselves. I think the next like power spike for them is when they get double BKBs on the TA and the Storm. That's when they would be looking to go aggressive, I feel. Actually triple BKBs if you count the Gyros BKB as well. Yeah, so they'll be looking to get this 3 BKB timing, then take a fight. The Aegis now is what I feel is just to buy time, you know, so that they can actually get there. Right now with the Aegis, I don't think they're strong enough to fight without BKBs.
And the deep wards. You mentioned it earlier. We talked about it with Net. We see it again now from 3-4-3. We first one in the top lane, now one towards mid. Just unusual placements out of the normal sentry range, D-ward zone, and
this
giving them
spot
so
is
much vision.
Yeah, this spot is the usual spot is here. So this is like 2 centimeters off the normal spot. The normal spot is here.
Yeah. It just feels like it's going to be tough to D-ward for SCT. Maybe they need a gem.
Yeah.
So jumping on Yamate mid lane, though, does have the Yule Scepter to try and make his way out of here. Calldown comes through, and the silence now to counter-initiate. Popping the dust, Lance onto Velo. Do they want to commit into this? Shuriken will bounce just on the Musica. But no engagement. They still have the global. 1, 2, 3, even pushing in. A little confident here. But no full engagement just yet. They will start doing some D-warding, and there is a gem, but it's on 1, 2, 3 actually. Kang the man carrying it.
That's the Wyvern's gem from before, no?
Oh, okay, you're right. Actually, the Tusk bought it.
Isn't the the Tusk? Sorry.
Interesting.
Let's see. The Tusk is looking to build into Greaves. Greaves is good this game against Silencer, so you can actually dispel the global for yourself, of course, not for your team.
It is a 5-hero smoke gank. SCT, Space Creators getting aggressive. They pop the dust, balling in onto 3-4-3. This Bounty Hunter getting the evasion proc when he needs it, but too many follow-up attacks. He will go down. Still, though, 5-hero smoke for a bounty.
1, 2, 3 is just waiting for 2 things to happen. The Silencer ultimate to come back off cooldown, and the Aegis to expire, which is in
1.5 minutes.
1.5 minutes. I thought it was 30 seconds. So it's about. So they wouldn't be looking to fight until maybe minute 35.
How do you feel this game develops later on? Like, is there a clear advantage for one team, or is it just whoever has the better execution?
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Like I mentioned, I think the next power spike for Space Creators is when they have triple BKB. Until that point, I think 1, 2, 3 is stronger. But when SCT gets their 3 BKBs, even though 1, 2, 3 has like maybe a 10,000 gold lead, I still think with the triple BKB they can take a fight.
They are pushing bottom lane. They'll take the tier 2. Trade was the mid tower for 1, 2, 3. If they get aggressive here, Ben up in front. Lina stun comes out, clearing the wave. Ben gonna back off.
This PL is humongous thanks to the
Radiant's
build that he
bottom
went.
tower is under attack.
You know, he's had so much space to farm. 315 CS. Even though PL is no AoE, still able to outfarm a Storm, and even his own Lina quite far ahead there too.
He doesn't have AoE, but he has a lot of friends.
He's got an army.
I remember something the hero says about numbers, you know, numbers. This hero is all about the numbers.
Yeah, strength in numbers.
We outnumber you. Yeah, that's what he says.
Yeah, rats tend to do that. They're bringing the whole gang back towards mid. BKB number 2 is out, Winter.
Lina is also getting a BKB. So, they have 3 BKBs already.
Ah, the Storm one is on the way, yeah. Okay, so they do have 3.
So this is the time where space creators will have a power spike. So I wouldn't be surprised if they look to get a fight now. Do they have a smoke? Are they purchasing
And 4 TPs. The power spike and BKBs, and yeah, a couple extra teleport scrolls.
Oh, there's there's like all the smokes in the base. They need to buy the smoke. There's 3 smokes in there. Is this still accurate when you click on
Yes.
the shot?
Whoever you have selected, it'll show you the cooldown. So 1, 2, 3 have no smoke for 8 minutes.
Okay, mine is bug. I see 1, 2, 3 having 3 smokes, and when I click on space creators, there's also 3 smokes. And all the wards are in the slot. So that's
No, you have to click on the hero and then open the shop. Not click on the, like, it doesn't matter which shop you click on, I don't think. I think it's which team you had selected.
It doesn't matter. When I click on the heroes, it doesn't show as well.
Oh, really?
I think mine is bugged, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is the last smoke for 1, 2, 3, I guess is the point.
And how about space creators? Do they have smoke?
They do have 3. That's very unusual at this stage.
Mine is correct?
Yeah, it's correct for space creators.
I see 3 smokes and wards, you know. Okay, maybe mine is correct.
Yeah, maybe it is.
So, but when I click on 1, 2, 3, let's see, I'll do it again. Oh, yeah, you're right. When I click on the hero, it actually...
Yeah, you gotta select the heroes. It's kind of an interesting mechanic with spectating.
Radiant's top
Alright.
tower is under
You learn
attack.
something new every day, my friend.
Yes, we do. Gem's still in Sandcade here, and Winter, they have your triple BKB, but they are not playing like this gives them any kind of lead. Space Creators are turtling up a little bit in the base. It's 1, 2, 3 out on the map. SatuDuaTiga,
you know what? I
looking to
think
get
what they have
aggressive.
to do. I think what they have to do is like they need someone to wrap around here, like come from behind this direction, like walk here, and just when they go push mid, you need someone like maybe the Storm or the TA to come from behind to kill the silencer.
Speaking of TA, gotta be careful. They start with the Blink Burrow. They're not gonna try to initiate with the Yules, of course. Laguna follows this up. No chance for a BKB.
He has to buy
leading.
back soon. They're gonna force to buy back.
Yes, they are. Ben getting aggressive here as the Mask of Madness quickly working on towers. And all the while, the Epicenter Global combo is still available. This really puts SCT in a bind, and Lina forcing this issue with the Siege. Ben just continuing to be the frontliner. Has a doppelganger ready, and will use it now right as Musica balls in. Great timing here. TP, buyback coming from the TA. Insta retreat from SatuDuaTiga. They will back themselves out.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I can't help but say I'm really impressed by your pronunciation.
I just keep on saying it because you keep on saying it's impressive, so I feel good now, man. But Ben will get caught. He's not feeling so hot. There's the global. Blink Burrow comes through. BKB was used by Musica. Will dodge away from this one. Also removing that silence, allowing the Storm to fight through it all. But Winter's Curse not necessarily enough. Ben surviving for now. And tries to lock him down. Still doppelgangering. Surviving. And also hanging on his end. Now the Epicenter, the turn. Music got a mana. He'll end up falling as well. And Death is forced back. It's 3 down. It's about to be 4. The Phantom Cancer works his magic. And SCT have had enough. Triple BKB or not, they will tap out.
The PR is just too farm though. Even though they have triple BKBs, they don't have... I think they don't have enough farm on particularly the Gyro to clear the illusions. Even the Storm and TA... It's kind of hard to have someone that farm though with this type of lineup, you know. When you have Storm, Gyro and TA as your cores, you don't have enough space creators, you know. They needed more space this game. So the space creators didn't create enough space for their cores because they have greedy cores this game. So you don't really see someone being super farm. Unlike when you look at team SatuDuaTiga, 1, 2, 3, they have much more balance of distribution in farm. Sanking is not so farm, but they have a lot of farm on the Lina, and the PL especially has the most farm. and that is what they needed to close out the game because PL Illusions got so hard to deal with.
Winter and SDT, they look good here in game number 1. They take it. They got the Bounty Hunter Lino duo, and you know, I said before the draft, as you know, after the first series, that I'll go to game 2, 1, 2, 3, lead 1-0. Wasn't really serious, but this combo continues to deliver, and they will be leading 1-0 in the best of 3 now.
Yeah, even though you weren't really serious, but we know that how strong. We discussed about the possibilities of Bounty Hunter Lina being one of the most potent openings that you can have in the current meta. So, game 2, hopefully space creators would actually create more space and not let Bounty Hunter Lina happen once more.
Well, of course, it is a best of 3, so we'll see if Team SCT can bounce back. But for now, guys, we're taking a quick break. Game 2 after this.